friends, it is your creative, odd, creepy internet best friend Cat Sketch to bring you another makeup video. Today we're gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me. So you should definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I do 2 videos a week every Monday and Friday here on this channel. We talk about creepy, weird, or funny things while doing makeup, of body paintings, effects videos, beauty makeup. So subscribe to see more because I've been in this industry of makeup effects for over 7 years now, and we get really creative and cool. So today was something that I asked the whole audience to please send me an email so that you could be in this video. I want to hear your voice in today's video because we are going to be talking about, you know, things you grew up with in your family that you didn't know was weird until you maybe got adult money if you grew up poor, or you just did not know that your family may have been a little odd and quirky. For example, that I put it in an Instagram, all over Facebook and YouTube. There's I want to say it's like a content section that goes out to my whole audience of subscribers. I asked you guys this question: what's some weird things you grew up with that you did not know? I did not know that there was like potty training mini toilets for toddlers. I grew up in an Asian household at my grandma's house. When she would babysit us, we would actually go poop in a Costco size U-Bahn coffee can instead of, you know, the made, I did not know they even had this till I moved out of my house, like the toilets for toddlers. No, it was when I started babysitting other kids in my late teens. That's when I found this out. They had toilets for toddlers, and I didn't know that you could use 2 bath towels to dry yourself off with out of the shower. I thought every person had to have one, and they had to reuse that one at least like 2 or 3 times. You could not just use 1 towel or more than 1 towel and just put in the laundry, or else we got in trouble for that. So I just thought that was like a rule that everyone followed. Just weird things, insane things, but I just did not know any of this. So a couple of you guys emailed me, and I'm gonna go through your guys' emails on similar things that you grew up with that was just so weird and you did not understand till later. You're like, what was that? Especially if you were like me and you grew up like as a minority. I remember when my parents, they owned more than 1 property to rent. They rented out 2 homes, I think, to other people. And instead of hiring actual cleaners, painters, you know, repairmen, they had us kids painting houses since we were like 6 years old, and like roach infested places, cleaning them out since I was like in elementary school, definitely. And I thought that was totally normal. Like, I thought all kids helped their parents clean out roach infested homes, that they had more than 1 house. And it was so weird. Like, the roach infested house was so bad and got that way because, long story short, my parents rented out a place to a family that was a hidden drug dealer family. It was insane. Anyways, let's get into these emails. So Janine sent me an email saying some really sweet things about seeing my videos, but talking about how she grew up. It might be Jenny. I think it's Jenny. But growing up, she did not know it was weird to scoop out mashed potato portion sizes with an ice cream scoop. That's actually kind of creative. She had a large family of 6 kids so that all the kids wouldn't argue and had everything down to a portion size. It was just easier to use a scoop. And I can relate to this because when I was being babysat, my grandmother and one of my other babysitters would cut pizza with scissors because it was so much easier than having knives around children too. Oh my gosh, I want to do my eyeshadow first, and here I'm doing my foundation first. What is this? Also, she did not know it was weird that after Christmas dinner and celebrations, her dad would light a cigarette and everyone in the family would pass it around and take a big hit off of it, including the children, which, you know, I'm not surprised. Like, I feel like certain parts of the country, people do that. They don't mind if their children drink and smoke young. It is definitely something that a lot of people, I think, in America aren't used to seeing children smoking. And they all had to take a big inhale, so all the children were choking, and her parents' logic was that since they were choking and didn't like it, it would make them stop and not want to do it in the future as adults, to take up smoking cigarettes as a habit. And it was kind of a success because 4 out of 6 of the children do not smoke as adults to this day. That's just so interesting to me. I'd never thought of it that way. And also, when she was growing up, they would take bikes apart using the handlebars as a zip line for like play, fun. They took it and put it on a rope using it as an actual zip line, and she says she's surprised that they made it to like the age of 16. Caroline says she loves my videos and I'm an inspiration to her. That is so nice. And her email about this subject is that when they would go to Krispy Kreme donuts, her dad would go in while waiting for the donuts and do a funny dance while he waited as entertainment for himself. Her brother, mother, and her would be dancing while they watched him from the car, laughing and calling it the donut dance. How adorable and cute is that? I don't think this is weird at all. And the even most adorable thing is that her brother thought that Krispy Kreme made him do this, that they had to dance to get donuts. How adorable. The cutest part of the story is this girl went to Krispy Kreme donuts with her family's friend, and the family's friend's dad went in to get the donuts, and he didn't even have to do a dance to get the donuts, and she thought it was so odd and just didn't understand. Like, that childhood innocence is so fresh and rejuvenating and adorable and cute. They just gave her friend's dad the donuts with no dance. How cute is that? This sponge is so big, but I love it. It's the E.L.F. sponge. And then when she told her friend's dad about the donut dance, he looked at her like she was crazy, like, why didn't you have to dance for those donuts? Now I really want to see the donut dance in action. What did it entail? I need some details. I want to see a TikTok video of her dad dancing the donut dance, or her reenacting said donut dance. And now she can't eat a donut without thinking of her goofy, adorable father. How cute is that? Just like a dad making like life fun. I need to have a tradition like that if I ever have a family. So thank you, Caroline. That warmed my heart so much. This next email's from Emily. Hello, Emily. She's a big fan for 6 years. She said, "You rock, never change, and I love your videos." Oh my gosh. Funny fact, my name was gonna be Emily. My parents were gonna name me Emily. I don't know what changed their minds, but her family had weird names for words, and she didn't realize that they were weird till she was older. This is so cute. For example, her parents called the end of bread pieces, like the tail end of a bread that no one really wants, butsy. And one time she was making a sandwich with one of her friends, and she asked her friend if she was gonna have the butsy. Her friend asked her what she was talking about. She had to explain. How cute is that? I'm definitely gonna be saying that now, butsy. And I just realized how sad that is because I can't eat bread. Scratch that, I could bake bread. I don't know if they have butts, so I usually bake bagels. Anyways, she says she has so many weird nicknames that she has more. I wish she did a longer email because I would love to hear literally all of them. These are so interesting. So this next one is from an anonymous fan who grew up in an Italian family. See, this is what I want to hear. Because my Japanese family, us kids pooped in coffee cans. And we called, well, this is just a language barrier, but I didn't know the term for toilet paper or vomit until I was like in middle school, because all the kids would make fun of me in elementary school because I only knew the Japanese words for vomit and toilet paper, which is gege is the nickname Japanese word we gave vomit, and benjo origami is what we called toilet paper. So whenever I was at school and I got sick, my teacher would ask me, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I feel like I need to gege." And they would, all the kids in class would make fun of me when my cat was sick on the lawn, and I'm like, "Oh no, don't step in that, looks like gege." And all of my friends would make fun of me, like, "What are you talking about?" And then when I said I had to go to the bathroom, I had to learn that term in elementary school because we called it benjo in the Japanese term. And so I would ask my elementary school teacher, "Can I please go benjo?" And everyone would laugh. But you know, that's just how it is. So I totally relate to this because we did this too, and I did not know. Well, I guess no one else does this, but me and you, girl. But she says her family would burn their trash, everything that was burnable, like not cans, of course. So they dug a random hole on their property to burn trash. My dad would do this to start fires in the fireplace. We couldn't burn like food or anything. It had to be like, especially around Christmas. We loved Christmas because all the wrapping paper, we recycled it to use as fire starter in our fireplace, and like all of the cardboard boxes, not even just on Christmas, but any shipments of cardboard boxes and stuff, and like any packaging of like, you know, what your granola protein bars would come in, any types of that stuff, we would burn it to as fire starter. So I totally understand you. She thought all her families in middle school did this because once the fire was out in that hole, they would just cover it and dig a fresh hole to start a new fire. This next one I've also heard of too in Japanese cultures, and it happened in her Italian family where they weren't allowed to drink like water, or mine was even like any liquids sometimes, because it would like make you full. Too full to eat is what my family believed in. But hers was just you could not drink a glass of water during a meal at all, which that would be hard. I always need a glass of water when I eat. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 drinks. So I'm gonna use the Raw Beauty Christie palette for this pink. I like these bold colors on this side of the palette, like scream to me, and like I have to use them. So I'm gonna use the pink, hot pink side effect right now in the inner corner. And once I started reading your guys' emails to me about all of this, I had to look up more stories from other people because we're not alone on this. I know there's a lot more other people that have this happen to them. Like I read one story in this BuzzFeed article about a family that they just all loved fresh mangoes so much they would wait till they were ripe, and then they had like almost a family gathering get together situation where they all ate these mangoes together in a room in their home, but they were all wearing their underwear only because they didn't want to get their clothes dirty from the juicy mango juice. Sticky, juicy mango juice. Oh my goodness, how odd is that? I like me mangoes too, but I'm not gonna get almost down to my birthday suit in front of my family just to eat some mangoes. Girl, you guys are close. I guess there's nothing wrong with that as long as that's all that happened. This one family, when one bite was like too hot for someone of food at dinner time, the rest of the family, you should not do this during Corona time or ever, I feel like, would blow on their like spoonful of soup or whatever hot dish they were eating to cool it off. Everyone in their family. So what if you had like, I have 3 other people in my direct family, a brother and parents, so I can't even imagine if you have a family of like 8 or something. That is nasty in my opinion, but maybe I'm too much of a germaphobe when it comes to this because families are interesting. I wouldn't, no, that's not for me. All right, this next one is odd again. This family, the dad in the family would whip out his bare butt and stick it out in front of people during dinner. We're talking even put it on the dinner table, which is unhygienic in my opinion. And the mother in the family would slap his bare naked butt at dinner. I don't know how I feel about that. Not this look about the bare butt slapping at dinner. I guess it's not hurting anyone as long as no microscopic poo particles would get into my food. That's all I would be worrying about, to be honest. So my family did this, and it was annoying when my family did it, but this family would, when they would all get fries with their meals, but then they put it all together in one big pile as a communal fry. We would do, my grandma always wanted to do this, so when she would buy us fast food, but she would salt the fries to high heaven to where they were too salty, and I hated it. So if you don't have a grandma like mine who does that to your fries and just massacres them with salt, then that's fine. I like this idea, but I guess with COVID, who knows? Everything's changed since that darn COVID came. So she didn't realize this till she went to her friend's house to get fast food, and she pushed her fries to the middle of the plate waiting for other people to pour their fries on her plate, and she looked crazy and she felt crazy. That's hilarious. This is disgusting because I've heard of poop sticks in some families. I've never done this, both of these things, but this one is this family had a communal spoon to scoop up their diarrhea poop to all look at it to see who's dehydrated. Too close, no ma'am. I don't like it. This makes me want to scream, and I just messed up my makeup because I used the wrong type of brush for this black eyeshadow. I don't like this idea. Who thought of this? I'm gonna have nightmares about this poop spoon. I got an idea. I'm gonna get this because I didn't put I did put concealer, darn it. I'll have to redo my concealer, oh well. We're gonna fix this. My hopes and dreams are shattered right now with that poop spoon. Ew, and the last statement on the poop spoon thing says you need about 5 ounces here, like of water? Are you that dehydrated? Like, what are you talking about? You need 5 more ounces of poop to test with the spoon? I'm not well. I hope this is bringing you laughter and not triggering because I messed up both sides of my face. What is wrong with me today? Poop spoons. I'm gonna blame my makeup mistakes on poop spoons. We fixed it though. I think we did. Now I've heard of this before, but whenever they ate chicken, everyone ate their chicken down to literally the bone. There was no gristle, there was no extra fat, no extra skin, nothing. You ate it down to the bone. I totally understand that. And if you did not finish eating your chicken down to that bone, someone else was gonna pick it up and finish it for you. So flash forward to college, this person was dining with their roommate and their housemate didn't eat the rest of their chicken, so all the gristle and stuff off the bone, so they just went over and grabbed it and ate it. And they did this without like skipping a beat in conversation. Everything's normal until they realized everyone was staring at them while they're eating the said gristle and everything off the bone of the chicken. And once they realized everyone was staring at them, they just said, "What?" as chicken bone from someone else's chicken was sticking out of their mouth. Hilarious. I always wonder what the conversation is gonna be with these people's families. Do they go to their friends like, "I can't believe that we did this and our family's so weird that you didn't tell me that this wasn't normal, that we did this growing up." I'm getting the NYX Off Tropic Pro Liner in the color Happy Hour. It's in the hot pink to go right here because it just is fitting. This next one makes me sad because it has to do with Halloween, my favorite holiday, and trick-or-treating, but as long as these kids had fun, that's I guess what all really matters. But these kids would not do door-to-door regular trick-or-treating like normal kids would do. What they did was their parents would have them go down into the basement and they would go to different sections, like different doors that the parents made in the basement to answer Bible quotes for candy. Or Bible questions about the Bible to receive their trick-or-treat candy. I guess this instills learning and studying, but it just makes me sad that they didn't get to go with their friends to regular trick-or-treating. That's just my opinion. Oh my gosh, this person's family had a communal underwear drawer up till high school and they didn't realize that this was odd till much later. I would understand socks maybe, even though your feet sweat so much, but I mean, you grab a clean pair of socks, and if you guys all have similar sized feet and stuff, but underwear is totally different. Totally different. This person's grandmother thought the universal hand sign language for love was the middle finger. Like this grandmother would send her sisters, brothers, and dad out the house, flipping them the bird and yelling, "I love you!" The innocence of this, like, is that real? Who taught her this? Was she in an okay household growing up? I need to know I have so many questions. This person's mother was so religious, she thought deviled eggs were called angel eggs until she was about 15 years old. She called them angel eggs at a family gathering one time and everyone looked at her crazy, so I guess the rest of her family didn't agree or know about her mother doing this, instilling this in her, but that's kind of cute. I remember my history teacher taught his kids that the McDonald's Happy Meals, they would only go to McDonald's like once a month or so. They would have to collect and save it and not use it, and at the end of the year for Christmas, they would take the toys they weren't using and those McDonald's Happy Meals that they saved, still wrapped in the plastic, and give them away to homeless children for charity, and I thought that was so cute. So this look is almost done. We've gone through so many family upbringings that are odd, but I'm gonna put on some lashes and pick a lip color and we'll be back. And just like that, we have completed today's look and chit chat. Get ready with me. This was so much fun to do, talking about things that maybe you grew up in a different household that wasn't the norm, or maybe you grew up poor and you got adult money and things just changed for you and you didn't realize all these weird things growing up. Leave a comment down below if you have something that you did odd with your family you didn't realize until you grew up or older. I would love to hear it. These made me laugh so hard. These lashes are in the style Sabrina by Dollar Lash Club. This lip combo is an E.L.F. Retro Paradise lip pencil. They don't give the color name, or I can't find it anywhere. But the gloss on top is gorgeous. The smokiness with the pop of pink, I was just feeling it with my dark floral fantasies. And you can definitely subscribe to more videos like this. I do 2 videos a week every Monday and Friday here on this channel. I love you guys. I'll see you creators in the next video. Bye.